The following is a presentation of the HAN Network, the leader for local news, sports, and more in southwestern Connecticut.
From the Darien Ice House, it is a rivalry night in the FCAC as the defending FCAC champion Greenwich Cardinals will test their luck against the number 5 team in the state of Connecticut. That are the new Canaan Rams. Good evening, everyone. I am Frank Granito, standing alongside John Kovach as we get ready for some high school hockey here on the HAN Network. And John, on paper, it might not look like the best of games with the Cardinals struggling early on in the year, but this is a Cardinals team dealing with injuries right now who's teetering on must-win games at this point in the season.
They really are. It's early in the year to talk must-win, but you've got a defending FCAC champ in the Greenwich Cardinals they have 2 points, 1-1 in the conference. That's too early to say anything about their place in the West. State rankings, they're 15th in Division I. And they're 1-4 against qualifiers from last year's state state tournament. However, their losses are against some of the top teams in the state. 5-4 to Xavier to open the season, 7-4 to Hamden, 4-3 to Darien, 4-1 to Ridgefield last Monday, and then 2 days ago on Monday, 9-3 they lost to the current number 1 team, Northwest Catholic. That's number 1 in D1. Whereas New Canaan comes in 1-0 in the FCAC, 6-2 overall.
And they're coming off a loss themselves against Xavier, who now has beaten Greenwich, Ridgefield, Darien, and New Canaan. So Xavier having success within the FCAC, but it was a game that Coach Gore said the Rams really outplayed Xavier. Just a couple of tough mistakes in their own end, costing them 3 goals and ultimately the difference in that game.
That's exactly what happened there, and it's a loss they're going to be looking to rebound from tonight. And they've got a team that's reeling a little bit. They've lost their captain. They're trying to find their way. They're not in a position they've been in for a year. And you and I were talking off the air, this could be a trap game for New Canaan, except they got the wake-up call 2 days ago.
And speaking of that trap game, let's bring in the third member of our staff now, Chris Kalen. Chris, the Rams have got to be careful not getting caught looking ahead to a tough matchup against Fairfield this weekend, and of course the big rematch against Ridgefield on Monday night as the defending FCX champions come to town.
I don't think this is a New Canaan team that's going to look that far ahead. I don't think they have that on their mind. I think they understand how good Greenwich can be, how good they are. They are the defending FCAC champions, and for their season to move along, I think it's an important game for them to knock off the defending champs. You're looking at a Greenwich team, like John said, missing its captain, missing another captain in Owen Johnson, and the team has struggled as late. For New Canaan, I think it's just a team that's going to play fast and loose, do everything it's normally done, and for them, that's what they have to do. Keep playing Ram hockey and establish themselves as that dominant force in the FCAC as well as the state. Yeah, you worry about Ridgefield, but that's 2 games away. You have to deal with that when that game comes up.
And speaking with Coach Rurik in his first year with the Cardinals before the game, John, he talked about there really are 3 seasons when it comes to high school hockey. You've got your regular season, but there's a window at the end to get hot before the FCAC playoffs and then the state playoffs where once you're in, it's anyone's tournament.
And there's no sport where you can have a hot streak and ride it more so than hockey. You can ride a hot goalie through the playoffs. You can ride a hot goalie to the Stanley Cup. We've seen it happen.
And we'll have a look at the goaltending matchup when we get back out of this break. Let's step aside, though, and when we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and the first period of action as it is a high school hockey night right here on the HAN Network.
Have a sports injury or slip and fall that needs immediate care? Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care gives you direct access to an orthopedic specialist fast, without an appointment. Basketball, hockey, skiing, whatever the sports injury is, sprain or fracture, Coastal Ortho Express can help. Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care open Monday through Saturday, now in 2 locations. The iPark building at 761 Main Avenue in Norwalk and 36 Old Kings Highway South in Darien. Or go to coastalorthoexpress.com, like them on Facebook.
At InSports Trumbull, the game is always on inside. Recently renovated and home to one of Connecticut's largest indoor turf fields, InSports is a multi-sport recreation center providing state-of-the-art facilities for league play, camps, and youth programs. Sign up now for InSports High School Passing League. These 7-on-7 teams formed by area high schools offer a great way for football players to stay sharp in the off-season. 3 weekly 6-week sessions will be offered from December 1st through January 5th, January 12th through February 16th, and February 23rd through March 30th. For more information, visit insportscenter.com. Like and follow us on Facebook.
At the Milford Bank, we offer an extensive selection of lending products and services to meet virtually any need. Submit your application online in our Mortgage Web Center. Start to finish, you can apply for a loan in as little as 10 minutes. Our knowledgeable and helpful staff are available to meet with you at your convenience. To learn more about what we can do for you, stop by one of our Milford Bank offices or visit us at milfordbank.com. The Milford Bank, always there. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It's all about meeting goals this year, and Trinity CrossFit of Ridgefield has experienced trainers, top-of-the-line equipment, and a newly renovated space to help get you there. Offering more classes per day than any other CrossFit gyms in the area, we cater to all fitness levels. Our coaches have a combined 10 years of experience in CrossFit, and as competitors themselves, Trinity coaches can get you ready for competition in 2017. Visit our convenient location on Route 7, Danbury Road, or find out more at trinitycrossfit.com. I'm Frank Granito.
And I'm Donald Ing for the HAN Network.
Tune in to Nutmeg Sports Monday through Thursday, where we bring you all the top stories from Connecticut sports.
From highlights to player interviews and expert analysis, no one gets you closer to Connecticut's games than Nutmeg Sports.
Nutmeg Sports, now Monday through Thursday at 2 p.m. on the HAN Network.
If you're watching this broadcast, you're not alone. The HAN Network is available for 200,000 Connecticut cable customers on the Frontier Network. And we've also reached 1.7 million viewers on our free live streaming sports, news, and entertainment broadcasts. To reach our rapidly growing audience, contact Advertising Director Jessica Murrin at 203-273-7312 or email jessica@han.network.
Back on the HAN Network from the Darien Ice House as we get set for the first period of action between the Greenwich Cardinals and the New Canaan Rams. And for a closer look at tonight's starting goalie matchup, let's go inside the glass with Chris Kalin.
Guys, when you talk about goalie matchups, you look at Peter Windus, and he's been outstanding for New Canaan. But then again, in some of the games he's had, he hasn't faced many challenges. For Peter Windus, it's going to be, whether or not the team's going to protect him tonight. For Greenwich, looking at it, it's, Dylan Dreher. It looks like he's new to being a goalie. We saw it. You handed me a roster with his name, with his number changed on it. They had it listed originally as Adam listed as a goalie, but he's a sophomore. And for Greenwich, with that youth and inexperience, it could either give him that edge, that free throw move with the puck and not worry about the consequences, or it's going to cause him to make mistakes. We're just going to have to wait and see. But for the face of a Canaan Rams team like this, who moves fast, who clogs the lanes in front of the net, it's going to be very interesting.
And he makes a great point, John, when you think about just on one day when the Rams went up to Xavier. They outshot Xavier 32-17 despite falling 3-2. So we expect Dreher to see a lot of action. And again, Windus at times has been protected very well by his defense.
Very well protected by a team that throws a lot of rubber at the opposing goalie. New Canaan outscoring opponents 32-14, 3 shutouts, but 2 are Liam Mooney.
Dunham, Frost, Bogger, Davey, and Wright are the 5 starters. For the Cardinals, it's McMahon, Granito, Anton Adding, the senior transfer from Sweden, with Webster and Pickering. That is Jack Webster getting the start for the Rams. As a quick dump in is fielded by Dreyer, and a face-off to his right. And these first few minutes, John, for the Cardinals, how important is it? Really, when you break down high school hockey, you want to break down those 5-minute intervals. The first 5 minutes of this game, how important is it to not allow the Rams to set the tone?
Oh, it's crucial because you can get in a hole real quick when you're facing a team that can score the way New Canaan does. 32 goals in 8 games, You're averaging 4 goals a game. I can do that math, and that's not bad.
And it's scoring from top to bottom. They've gotten consistent scoring all year long from their top line guys all the way down to that fourth line. Tyler Hill, Brooks Gamble, and Harry Gelnaw, the line on the ice right now for the Rams as they represent that first line, and they're on the forecheck. One thing to keep an eye on, too, we saw it on the first shift. New Canaan is very content taking pucks in the neutral zone and just dumping them in, forcing teams to go the full 200 feet.
And they're good at the forecheck at keeping a team bottled up, which they've done here.
Shot got behind Dreyer for a moment, but now is cleared aside and able to be skated out to safety. Working in this time is Bagger. Ran into Quinn Hayes and then cleared to the slot. Quick wrister was blocked again by Hayes, and then played it along with his hand in the defensive zone, so it's allowed. Senior captain Drew Morris fends one out to neutral ice. That was sent by Gelnaw into the changing Cardinals. They did well to stay and avoid the bench minor that time.
They also did well to not be down 1-0 because how often do you see a puck behind the goaltender in the crease that doesn't end up in the net?
Here's another opportunity out in front, and Dreyer will wisely cover this one up. Good pressure and good opportunities from both teams through the first 2 minutes of play.
You had a breakaway by Greenwich. They came right up the center of the ice, but you had 3 New Canaan defenders converge and form a cup around the goal, around Windus in goal, and that was the end of that.
Faceoff comes back to Ben Webster at the point. His shot never reached as it was blocked down in front, and the icing is waved off. Teddy Hood back to receive that one as he absorbs a hit. And Webster sent it forward for Gersay, but it bounced off his stick and is dumped back in. Line out on the ice right now is Fulton, Lawrence, and Rybishkovsky for the Cardinals. That is George Rybishkovsky and his younger brother, Jillian. We will see with that next line.
New Canaan got away with an offside there. I thought I saw the full blue line between the puck and the zone.
Hood, skating his way through the neutral ice, looked to dump and change, but it was knocked down before it could clear. And now Adding has to retreat in front of his own net and will look to force this one up.
That was Greenwich, excuse me.
Man absorbed that hit, read it well, and now retreating back behind his own net is Andrew Frost. Frost plays defense. His partner is Akiram Dunham. As this shot fought off by Windus, and the rebound, another save, and it is not held onto, but a quick whistle coming. Good pressure there from the Cardinals. That shot let go by Bagger, and the rebound from Kevin Wright. Windus with his first 2 saves of the night.
And guys, watching both of these teams, it looks like Greenwich is going to try to outrun New Canaan tonight. You see them on the dumps, and especially going back on when New Canaan drops back on defense, they're going back after the puck. They're not going to settle for icings.
This one chipped up along the left wing boards. Granito drops it back. McMahon for the far post, just wide. He might have been looking for Adding that time.
Adding could have had the tip in. They just didn't connect on the pass. Adding it really in good position to redirect that.
And the play ruled dead for an offside with 11:36 remaining. Another good opportunity as both teams trading scoring chances early on.
Yeah, Windus has to be careful on those rebounds. Had that whistle not sounded, and he was in between the referee and the puck, so as soon as the referee loses sight, he's going to kill the play. But he's lucky because that was ripe to be poked in.
Gamble tried sending one out in front originally, but fanned on it. And ultimately finds the stick of Drew Morris, the future Maryland Terrapin, as he dumps it all the way in. Gamble in front, shot just wide left. Good look that time from Gelnaw behind the net. 3 of the 4 captains on the ice for the Rams right now as Gamble with the backhander down low and scores. Good look from Tyler Hill, finding Gamble in the slot and the Rams strike first. It is 1-0.
All of the Greenwich skaters were to our left, their goalie's right of the net. Left Gamble wide open all by himself. He slides it past the goalie, Dylan Dreher.
And it's the top line getting it done again for the Rams. They have come up big in these early games against the top teams in the state.
And there we get back to your 5-minute intervals, Frank.
That goal at 4:01 of the first. So the whole line in on the scoring, with Gelnaw picking up the secondary assist. And Cato, it's like John said, Greenwich almost caught puck watching everyone along the left wing boards, and Gamble just alone in the slot.
And Gamble was just sitting there and just went 5-hole with the puck. He had an open shot, just an open look at the net, and just buries it.
Did Dreher, I'm sorry, Frank.
Go ahead, John.
Did Dreher get down before the puck and it got between his legs, or was he going down and it snuck under him, Cato?
No, he went down the block. He went down to close off the 5-hole. The puck was just too quick for him.
Thank you.
And it was a smart and confident shot. Too many times you'll see players trying to flick it up with the backhand, not getting enough on it. Is a big check delivered that time by Frost on Webster, trying to cross through the middle. Gamble's smart with it, keeps the backhand on the ice, gets a little more mustard on it. Good look, backhand opportunity here, went wide. As racing in that time was Jillian Rybishkovsky.
He kept it on the ice, but he also one-touched it without rushing it.
Now dumping in this time and looking for the change. It was Connor Santry for the Cardinals. Here's Grisey along the half boards. Up ice and finds Jack Webster.
Hitting's picked up on this shift. Sorry, Frank.
I'll say that touched a player in the Greenwich bench, so it's blown down. But you're right, John. We have seen the physical play start to pick up, going back to that big hit from Frost on Ben Webster.
And guys, for Greenwich, what you can't do is you can't let New Canaan get comfortable in the slot. Just sit and wait for pucks to come to them and get open shots at the goal.
Going to say that one did not touch a Ram on the bench, so the play on awarded here. The Cardinals regroup from the neutral zone. Up ahead, and there's Bogger. Couldn't handle that one. As Pickering sends it up, and now the Rams with the odd man opportunity. Bernito tried to leave it for McMahon, but it slid through his legs, and now the Cardinals look to return the serve. Bogger fakes the shot. Short angle wrister went off the side of the net, no good. Bernito with it again. Moving up ice. Winds up for the slapper. No good on the backhand turnaround. Finally gets control, adding around the first man. Quick backhand. Flipped around. And it is stopped as the puck freezes on top of the net.
Nice stick handling by Granito to fake the shot, deke, move over to the left, and then try it again.
You can see the ice a little slick there. It slid off his stick at the end. Good job with the patience to recover. Found Adding, who got a shot off in front. Another successful shift there from the Rams early on. But the Cardinals are doing one thing, John, is this one fought off by Dreher. When given the opportunity in transition, they've had opportunities with odd man rushes.
They've had the odd man rushes, and most of those have ended with a shot on goal. You don't score 32 goals in 8 games by not shooting the puck. They're not being shy about that right now.
Back the other way now, as the Rams bring out the fourth line for the first time tonight. That's Levine, Griffin Arnone, and one of our Athlete of the Week nominees, Quinn McMahon. Picked up a hat trick last Monday night against Trinity Catholic. McMahon, one of 10 nominees you can vote for at HAN.network. This play ruled offside with 7:56 remaining in the first.
And guys, it was just a turnover in the offensive zone by Quinn McMahon. He went to pass it out to the point, whiffed on it, and it allowed Greenwich to get that odd man rush.
Another turnover leading to offense for the Cardinals. The Rams have to be careful not allowing a quick strike here with that 1-goal lead. Hill down in the right wing corner. Force one out for Gamble, but it was poked aside by Dreyer. Gamble swiveted his man into the ice, took a hit, now receives the pass, tried to go up high, and it's missing to the glass. Low shot there, fought off by Dreyer again. Now it's on the boards here. Taken away, and potentially numbers for the Cardinals. Pass towards the front from right was forced aside and not controlled. Gamble down low. Finds Gelno on the slot. Cross, here's back Webster. Pass was stepped aside. Back towards the front of the net, and it's taken away by Grisey. Up ahead, missing for Gelno that time. And now a long shot that's fought off by Windus on the dump. 6:39 remaining. A 1-0 New Canaan lead. Gamble the goal. Hill and Gelno the assists early on. Pass back out in front. Grisey with it. Takes a hit, and the Cardinals able to maintain the forecheck. All the way back around as play has slowed down a little bit. Cato sloppy the past few minutes here with 6:09 remaining now.
And it's just bad puck movement, especially Greenwich, their last possession in the offensive zone. It's just they're just having a hard time with this Ram defense getting any kind of centering pass.
Back out through the neutral zone into the Ram zone, and Webster is forced to retreat and reset.
It also seems like almost every game that we've had this year has started with a real hot 6-7 minute run and then hits this, wow, we started really fast. I'm starting to feel it. Few minutes where they have to get their legs back under them.
Good job by Pelletier Montelli. Maintaining the body. They're not allowing Granito around on the toe drag. This one sent out in front. Granito to the backhand. The save made by Dreyer, and the puck's still loose. Good look that time from McMahon. Adding with it. Quick wrister there, and Dreyer holds on and makes the save. So finally some sustained pressure after a couple of shifts that were stuck in the neutral zone, Chris.
And guys, just by my count, if I'm right, I got to confirm with the official score. New Canaan is out shooting Greenwich so far 12-4.
And the pressure at times, the majority of it has felt as though it was in the Greenwich zone.
Oh, it's totally been tilted that way since the first shift.
Up to the point, and this one poked around Morris. Now an opportunity for the Cardinals. Right with it. Quick shot there. Another save made by Windus. As Quinn Hayes looks to run the other way. Up ahead to McMahon. Works to his backhand. Comes back with the toe drag shot. And it goes up into the netting. I'll say it didn't touch anyone, so the face-off. Nope. It's going to stay inside. It was deflected by a Cardinal player.
I have to think Windus saw that the support that was coming up the middle of the ice for Greenwich was, one, lagging behind the play, but two, very well marked, and he knew he could totally focus on the right wing coming down ice.
Guys, that was a shot that went off the mask of Dreyer that went up into the netting.
Thank you, Chris.
Thanks, Chris.
Tough to see from here, and it looked as though the ref initially pointing outside. But the faceoff stays in, and the Cardinals able to win the draw. But now an opportunity for the Rams. Gamble blew a tire originally, went down, and is turned over now as the Cardinals work through neutral ice. Dumped in this time, and giving chase there is George Rubashofsky. Back behind, and the future HAN intern Teddy Hood goes to chase this one down. He now battles in the corner with JT Lawrence. Ollie Fulton helps as Lawrence finds it. Shot was blockered aside. Hood delivers a check on Fulton, but Lawrence with it again. Up to the point, and a shot from Frost went well wide to the right corner. Webster up ahead through neutral ice. Gelna knocked it down and then shoveled a backhand up and over the glass out of play. We will drop from center ice with 3:40 remaining in the first.
I think New Canaan's thus far been able to do what they want to do. If Greenwich is going to counter it, it's going to be a rush coming back, trapping the New Canaan forecheck.
A line of McMahon, Levine, and Arnone out there again. Jack Webster, Shane Pickering, the defense for New Canaan. On the other side, it's Jillian Rybchowski, Sean Prattley, and Charlie Graves, with Dunham and Frost on the point. And again, Dunham, a player we saw with a huge role for the Greenwich Cardinals last year during their FCAC run, John, as a forward. Now with so many injuries and illnesses running through this team, has taken on that leadership role, stepped back, and is playing defense for the Cardinals.
And that's a leader. That's the guy who is going to do whatever his team needs. He'll change position.
Shot just wide from the point off the stick of Frost. Dunham lost an edge, but good job recovering there, as it would have been an odd man rush for the Rams. Graves with it, dumps all the way in. As Webster and Pickering play catch. And then Levine knocked that one down out of the air. Pickering to Windus, and over to Webster and back to Pickering in the corner. Behind the net. Good forecheck coming, pass out in front, saved momentarily, and they score! Miscommunication between Webster and Pickering behind the net. It was worked out in front, and Sean Prattley will get the Cardinals on the board.
But again, it's the puck getting away from Windus after the first save that cost him. He blocked it. It kind of hopped around a little bit. Suddenly it was behind him, just inside the post to his left.
So with 2:46 remaining, we are tied at 1. Let's go to Chris Kalin for the scoring.
Guys, it's Charlie Graves from Sean Prattley for the goal.
So a good job by Prattley in the corner on the forecheck, forcing that turnover, stuck with it, and found a wide open Graves out in front of the net.
And I think had Windus been able to cover that, been able to get his pads on top, there's no damage done. But it just was allowed to ricochet around a little bit.
There's Wright with a turnaround opportunity. That one was blocked and back out into the neutral zone. Adding picks it up. Tried to find McMahon, but his own teammate knocked that one down. Quickly back the other way. Wright can't stick handle through traffic, and now it's McMahon with an opportunity to go.
That's such a big goal for Greenwich because you've played the whole game in your defensive zone. You've been outshot by exponentially, and you're at worst tied up right now.
Toe drag to the backhand, forced out in front, and this one shoveled through the crease and finds safety in the corner momentarily.
I thought that was going in off Windus's back. He took a puck in the back as play went behind the net, and it just didn't bounce directly back into the net.
Dumped in one more time as Hood has to receive. Overskated that one, now Glover on it. Up the boards, but nobody there. The last 3 minutes or so now have been spent in the New Canaan defensive zone, with the Cardinals turning up the pressure. And Chris, another big thing to think about with that New Canaan, or with that Greenwich goal, it's another defensive zone mistake that leads to the opposition scoring against the Rams.
And you want to put it in perspective. You're talking, and you're being outshot almost 2-1, and it's a tie game. I think that more than anything else is something that's got to be reflected on for New Canaan going into the second period.
Very similar to what we saw between the Rams and Xavier. 52 seconds remaining in the first. It was Graves' goal that tied us up at 1 just 2 minutes ago. Hill in the corner, kicks one out to the slot. Quick wrister from Gamble is fought off by Dreyer. Back up to the point. Pickering winds up and lets one go. Blocked down. Hill tried to center through, no good. Now the Cardinals trying to go in transition. Flip to the opposite corner as Gamble goes in on the forecheck. Muscled off by Dunham. Help coming from Stantry. And now on the left wing side, it's Bogger. Bogger with a quick shot. Rebound, another save. Good job there by Windus. Gelnall let one go from the slot, missed the net wide as time will expire in the first period. An unsuspecting shot at the end, but a great job by Peter Windus to keep us tied at 1. Gamble struck first just 4 minutes in. 8 minutes after that, Graves tied us up. At the end of 1 on high school hockey night in the FCAC, it is 1-1. Let's throw it back to our Shelton studios and Kate Japlensky for an HAN in-game news update.
I'm Kate Chaplinsky, and this is your in-game news update on the HAN network, bringing you the latest headlines for Wednesday, January 18th, including that Norwalk police are looking for 2 armed robbery suspects. Late last Saturday morning around 11:30, Norwalk police say 2 white or light-skinned Hispanic males entered the Rainbow News and Variety at 205 Main Avenue. Both males were armed, and at least one male had a Hispanic accent. Police say they were wearing hooded sweatshirts, masks, and gloves, and one suspect was armed with a large silver-colored revolver and the other with a black semi-automatic pistol. Both suspects pointed their gun at the owner, demanding cash. Suspects ran from the scene, police say, but anyone with information is asked to contact detectives at 203-854-3192. And in other news, the arrest of a Greenwich representative town meeting officer for allegedly groping a woman in town has sparked outraged calls for his removal from office. First Selectman Peter Tessie and other government officials told the Greenwich Time Tuesday that they've received numerous emails since the January 11th arrest of Christopher Von Kieserling, demanding action. Von Kieserling was charged with 4th-degree sexual assault after he allegedly reached between the woman's legs from behind and pinched her in the groin area following a political argument between the two, according to police. He's due in court on that charge on January 25th. Tessie said he's received 20 emails condemning Von Kieserling for his alleged actions. The Greenwich Time also reports there's no mechanism for removing a member from the RTM, a fact that came to light earlier this month when a member from District 1 was arrested for possession of child pornography. That member, Christopher Sandys, resigned from that body days after his arrest. And in other news, Darien's Planning and Zoning Commission approved the Board of Education's application for permanent field lights at Darien High School on Tuesday, moving the proposal one step closer to fruition. Youth sports advocates in town have been pushing for the lights for over a decade. The last proposal failed to earn the favor of Planning and Zoning in 2008. The Board of Education's current application was developed in cooperation with the high school's neighbors, who worked to negotiate a list of expectations with the help of Selectman Rob Richards. The project calls for the installation of 4 80-foot poles using LED light fixtures to be installed around the main stadium field. With the rapid improvement of LED lighting, those new field lights would reduce some of the spillover seen with the existing temporary field lights. The Darien Athletic Foundation has committed to paying the full cost of that lights project with a fundraising goal of $750,000 due by May 1st. There's a lot more on that story at DarienTimes.com. And finally, travelers along I-95 in snowy weather may catch sight of the state's new tow plows. The Department of Transportation recently received 2 of the plows, which swing out from the rear of a traditional plow truck, allowing for the clearing of 2 lanes at the same time. Drivers are urged to stay clear of the snowplows while on the road. The safest advice for motorists, the state says, is to give the plows plenty of space, to not attempt to pass them, and to keep in mind that the road behind the snowplows is in better condition than the road ahead. The DOT tested one of the tow plows under a pilot program last winter. But that does it for this in-game news update on the HAN network. For the latest news, sports, and more, watch Coffee Break weekdays at 11. This update was brought to you by Carl Chevrolet.
ready for winter? Ski and Sport has everything you need to be fully outfitted for the season. A family-owned and operated business with over 40 years of experience, Ski and Sport's 3 convenient locations in Fairfield County offer top-quality, high-fashion ski and winter wear. In addition to clothing for men, women, and children, we also offer seasonal rentals for the entire family. Stop by our stores on 1 Ethan Allen Highway in Richfield, 877 Post Road East in Westport, and at 110 Main Street in New Canaan, or visit us at skiandsport.net.
Discover a world of wellness in the heart of New Canaan. Halo Studios, New Canaan's first collaborative wellness center, offers you the freedom to choose from the best and latest health, fitness, and wellness options. Inside Halo Studios, you'll find all the wellness experts you need at places like Halo Fitness, Priority Wellness, and Sama Yoga Center. Come by for a free wellness assessment, open 7 days a week at 45 Grove Street. For more information, visit halostudios.com or call 203-594-9909.
Well, there's still a bite out on the water. Most anglers have decided to stow the gear for the winter. Just because Mother Nature isn't cooperating doesn't mean you can't see the latest models of all your favorite gear. With 2 convenient locations, it couldn't be easier to get your fix of summer. Boater, beach bum, fisherman, or simply love the New England coast, this is a unique place to shop. The Dock Shop, 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport, or on the web, dockshop.com.
Want a new experience in car buying? Scap Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram with one of the largest inventories of new 2- and 4-door Wranglers. We are Connecticut's Wrangler headquarters. Come visit our new Ram Truck Center. Browse our websites, scapchryslerjeep.com or scapdodge.net to find the new Jeep, Chrysler Dodge car, minivan, or Ram truck you've been looking for. Just 2 miles from both I-95 or the Merritt Parkway exit 44. Save thousands right now during the Start Something New sales event, now through January 31st.
It's all about meeting goals this year, and Trinity CrossFit of Ridgefield has experienced trainers, top-of-the-line equipment, and a newly renovated space to help get you there. Offering more classes per day than any other CrossFit gyms in the area, we cater to all fitness levels. Our coaches have a combined 10 years of experience in CrossFit, and as competitors themselves, Trinity coaches can get you ready for competition in 2017. Visit our convenient location on Route 7, Danbury Road, or find out more at trinitycrossfit.com.
At the Milford Bank, we offer an extensive selection of lending products and services to meet virtually any need. Submit your application online in our mortgage web center. Start to finish, you can apply for a loan in as little as 10 minutes. Our knowledgeable and helpful staff are available to meet with you at your convenience. To learn more about what we can do for you, stop by one of our Milford Bank offices or visit us at milfordbank.com. The Milford Bank, always there. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You looking for new opportunity this year? How does growing a business with unlimited income potential sound? Christy Kinsman is a local entrepreneur building a global health and wellness business in Fairfield County. Offering cutting-edge anti-aging skincare, all botanically based and paraben-free, and a complete vegan, clean-eating nutritional plan, Christy's looking for business partners that can help get others healthier while taking advantage of an untapped market. Take that first step to freedom from the 9-to-5 grind by learning more about the products and our mentorship program. Contact Christy at thelittlehouseshop@yahoo.com. Want to reach new heights in your fitness and health goals? Find what you're looking for at Elevation Spin, Train, and TRX in Georgetown, Connecticut. Elevation Spin gives you purposeful spinning workouts inspired by the road. We encourage monitoring of heart rate and energy zones. Elevation also offers customized personal training with dedicated professionals passionate about helping you reach your goals. And let us motivate you to reach greater performance and functionality with TRX suspension training, using your own body weight for an incredible dynamic workout. Located at 4 Old Mill Road in Georgetown, call Elevation at 203-544-9503 or visit ElevationSpinTrainTRX.com for more.
At InSports Trumbull, the game is always on inside. Recently renovated and home to one of Connecticut's largest indoor turf fields, InSports is a multi-sport recreation center providing state-of-the-art facilities for league play, camps, and youth programs. Sign up now for InSports High School Passing League. These 7-on-7 teams formed by area high schools offer a great way for football players to stay sharp in the off-season. 3 weekly 6-week sessions will be offered from December 1st through January 5th, January 12th through February 16th, and February 23rd through March 30th. For more information, visit insportscenter.com. Like and follow us on Facebook.
When it comes to local entertainment, we've got it all.
From movies, local artists, etiquette, and more.
Watch HAN Arts and Leisure with me, Steve Coulter, and our Arts and Leisure editor, Sally Sanders, Mondays at 12:30, right here on the HAN Network.
I'm John Kovach. I'm a newspaper editor. I'm a high school football coach. I'm a television presenter. And I want you to love fishing as much as I do. Tune in to Yankee Fisherman, Thursdays at 1 on the HAN Network. It's like going to the tackle shop without leaving your office.
I'm Frank Granito.
And I'm Donald Ing for the HAN Network.
Tune in to Nutmeg Sports Monday through Thursday, where we bring you all the top stories from Connecticut sports.
From highlights to player interviews and expert analysis, no one gets you closer to Connecticut's games than Nutmeg Sports.
Nutmeg Sports, now Monday through Thursday at 2 p.m. on the HAN Network.
Give your day a jumpstart with the latest news, sports, weather, and more on Coffee Break, live on the HAN Network, weekdays at 11 a.m. Connecticut news doesn't get any more local than on Coffee Break.
Back at the Darien Ice House on the HAN Network, 1-1 between New Canaan and Greenwich at the end of the first. And Chris Kalin telling us during that intermission, the echoes of Pat Gore chewing out the Rams, raining through the ice rink.
It's not a big crowd. I'm kind of surprised. I expected more people here. I expected a more raucous atmosphere. It was a good period, I thought. New Canaan did what it wanted to do. They kept sustained pressure on Greenwich, but Greenwich was able to get that equalizer late. What is the feeling down at Ice Side, Chris?
Well, for New Canaan, it's got to be a level of frustration because you pretty much controlled that whole period, and you come out of the period with a tie, and you only score one goal. I did look at the official score. It was the shots on goal in that period were New Canaan 15, Greenwich 12.
Well, because at the end, Greenwich did get more shots. Greenwich got more breakaways. They got out of that forecheck that New Canaan was using to keep them pinned in, and they were able to fire off multiple shots.
And what happened was you saw a lot of throwing the puck off the boards, lifting it, and Greenwich adapted to the situation they were in. They didn't just try to do one thing, clear the puck through the center, send it down along the boards, dump and chase. It's whatever they had, whatever was available to them, that's how they reacted to it. If it was the neutral zone was open in the middle, one man took it through and everybody came with him. And for Greenwich, that's what you have to do against New Canaan. You can't just try one approach. You have to do what New Canaan's defense is going to allow you to do. If the defensemen are deep inside the blue line playing the point and you get that opportunity, make that quick rush. If they're playing back and protecting the neutral zone, you may have to dump and chase.
I thought Dreyer was very strong in that period for Greenwich. One thing that you pointed out, John, to keep an eye on, rebound control from Peter Windis almost allowed for a couple extra opportunities down the stretch there from Greenwich.
And that's what hurt him on the goal. And there's another one gets away from him on the first shot of the second period.
Sent all the way around now where Gelnaw squares off, that time with Bagger.
He'll make the stop for you most of the time, no matter how hard that first shot. It's where is that rebound going to go, and is it going to go someplace where the offense can be opportunistic and get it right back at him before he's reset.
Picked up there by Davey, turned over at the blue line, and the Rams forced to tag up. Frost playing catch with Dunham back above their own goal line.
You know, Frost took a shot off of the arm late in that period. It looked like the arm went dead a little bit. He was able to gather himself, help turn the puck, and start a breakaway, but he went to the bench with that arm hanging a little bit.
Delayed penalty here against the Rams. It is going to be called for a cross check. We'll wait to see who will head to the box. Doesn't appear to be any kind of arguing now, as Chris will have some company for the first time tonight.
Guys, it's going to be Brooks Gamble for 2 minutes for the cross check.
And that was that big check we saw from Gamble while they were entering into the zone. Just got the arms parallel to the ice and out across from the body.
And there was hitting late in the first period. First penalty of the game.
Adding clears the zone this time. He's joined by McMahon with Hayes and Morris on the kill. Power play one will be Bogger, Davey, Dunham, Pelletier, Martinelli, and Wright for the Cardinals. 1:30 to go in the man advantage. Turned over again and sent the length of the ice. As Dreyer comes out from his net to slow this one down. The Cardinals reset. And you're right, John. There was physical play in that first period, all clean, no penalties. It slowed down, I thought, towards the end, though, as Greenwich went a little more finesse and tried to use their speed.
We're midway through this 2-minute cross-check penalty. Greenwich has yet to really have any opportunity or a shot on goal.
Working down low now is Matt Bogger. Circles around the left wing, sends one high and over the net into the opposite corner. Dunham had to slow it down, turned it over, and then forced to take a penalty as Gelnaw would have been off to the races. So now we will skate 4 aside for 45 seconds before the Rams head to the man advantage.
That was almost coming because New Canaan had turned play around, had skated the puck out so many times. Let's go down to Chris Kalin at ice side with the penalty.
Guys, it's Akira Dunham. He's going to go in for 2 minutes for interference.
Interference to call. I thought it could be a trip, but 6-1.
So now 4-on-4 for 40 seconds as Hood up at the point lets the quick wrister go. Never reached the net as it hit Straley in front. Here's Ben Webster up ahead looking for Glover. Played that one through Frost's legs. And now Gelno on the half boards. 20 seconds, the Rams will head to the power play as Santry takes away. Works up ice. And we'll just dump. Force Webster to receive. All the way around, and Webster with speed now worked through the neutral zone. 12 minutes to go, and the Rams now on the man advantage for 1 minute and 15 seconds. Frost chipped one up to McMahon's chest. Quick one-timer from Gamble, no good. Second save made, that time by Dreyer.
Connor Santry with the block on that shot from Gamble. That was a tough shot to throw himself in front of.
Time for Webster as Dreyer holds on after that one made its way through. Webster might have been looking for the tip, and Gamble was standing alone on the doorstep.
But what a play there by Santry when he threw himself down on that. That was a hard shot. That was really throwing yourself on a grenade for your teammates.
11:38 to go in the second. Period 54 on the Rams power play as the Cardinals win the draw. And this one sent the length of the ice by Pelletier Martinelli. Back behind his own net was Gelno. Up ahead as it's adding now, gaining the blue line. Opportunity here, McMahon across, shot on goal, hit the post, the rebound, score! Gamble had a great look at it the first time, off the post though, and McMahon right on the doorstep to bury the rebound.
Almost a reverse angle replay of the goal in the first period. All of the Greenwich defenders to the goalie's right, Gamble all alone, whole side of the ice to himself, and I'm not sure that first shot didn't tuck inside the post.
Very, very close. You saw it hit that opposite post, bounce back out. Let's go down for Chris Kalin and his viewpoint of that last New
Guys, it's going to be George McMahon from Brooks Gamble.
Nice finish there. Good job with the man advantage. The Rams 1 for 1 tonight now on the power play.
And I was about to comment on the last rush about the job that Dreyer was doing in terms of keeping the rebounds under control. There one gets away, and it costs him dearly.
Rebound out in front that time. The Rams cleared a safety in the corner. Cross-ice pass, and here's Ryan Hart. Hart with a man out in front. Tried to send one through to Grisey. He was bumped into the goalie We'll see what the call will be as Dreyer went down. And it's going to be goalie interference on Grisey. 9 times out of 10, John, contact with a goalie, it's going to go against the player.
And I don't know there that he wasn't helped a little bit into the goalie. They're going to call it that way, but I don't know that it's... I'm not faulting the official for making the call because it's there, but he was kind of got a little help. I don't know that he would have gone into the goalie if he himself wasn't being checked.
So the Cardinals back to the power play. Failed the first time and drew a penalty themselves, as Dunham's shot never made it through. Bagger on the half boards. As the Cardinals will set up the umbrella. Down low below the net.
A lot of jostling in the slot. Right in front of Windus.
Patience early on from the Cardinals. Across to Dunham. Shot towards the front of the net is deflected. And now an opportunity with numbers for the Rams. Gamble on it. Hill heading to the net. Toe drag there. They went to the far post, but Hill couldn't stop in time. Nice move there on the curl and drag from Brooks Gamble.
Gamble did not miss that by much, and the whole left side of the net was open. It was there for the taking.
Quickly dumped back in as the first 60 seconds of the power play have been killed off.
Now, New Canaan was on a change, and Greenwich opted to bring the puck back into their own zone. I don't know that they couldn't have pressed forward a little bit there and created more of an opportunity going the other way.
A little saucer pass from Davey got through across. We'll see if he can hold the line. No. Pelletier Martinelli just couldn't get there in time. Kevin Wright with it. His shot wide of the net.
A lot of high and wide shots tonight, like they're intentionally going high.
Bernito chips one off the boards. He's got some speed, trying to work towards the front. And an interesting penalty getting called here. It's going to be Gunnar Granito. He's going to get called for holding the stick, as the officials will say he threw that stick that might have gotten tangled in his midsection. Let's go down to Chris Kalin, who is right on point for the explanation.
Yeah, it's going to be a hold on Gunnar Granito. He's going to go in for 2 minutes for holding.
So now a 5-on-3 opportunity for the Cardinals for 11 seconds. And an opportunity on the breakaway. Hill moving in all alone on Dreyer to the forehand and scores! So many times with the 5-on-3 advantage, Sean, you will see teams come away with the breakaway. The best player for the Rams had the opportunity, and he left no doubt about it.
That was gorgeous. It was gorgeous skating. It was gorgeous stick handling. It was a gorgeous finish. There's not much you can say about that. Wow. That you dream of goals like that.
Took just 9 seconds to go the length of the ice off that draw with 8:33 remaining in the second. The Rams have now struck twice in this period.
The latter in a 3-on-5 shorthanded situation.
So 3-1 the score. The Cardinals still have a man advantage now, 5-on-4, as Gamble has returned from the box. At this moment in time, though, I don't think the Cardinals want to see another man advantage.
No, I think they want to get one of these back and the 110 that remains in this power play for them.
A shot on goal is kicked off to the corner. One timer was fanned on that time from Bagger.
And that has to be frustrating in it. You've hung with the team.
Oh, and Bagger with the wide open net. Windus didn't know where the rebound was, and he airmailed it, John.
He really did hit. That's just a flat miss. We got some jawing, and I think some justice being doled out here, Chris.
Looking like coincidentals, as they're going to send a player from each squad. Chris, let's start with the opportunity for Bagger in the front of the net. He looked up to the rafters after that miss. He knew he had a golden opportunity there.
Yeah, you could see just the frustration. You have that open net right in front of you, and you just miss. It happens, but you don't get that many opportunities to score goals, especially one that open.
Now, who's in for the coincidentals there, Chris? And what they call that just for bookkeeping?
I've got Teddy Hood in here with me.
Looked like Pelletier, Martinelli on the other side there, number 5 for the Cardinals.
Yeah, that's exactly who it is.
This one's sent across through the slot. Quick wrister there off the post, off the stick of Bagger. 7:20 remaining, 35 left on the man advantage. Shot on goal and score. Quick look there and a quicker release from Matt Davey. He beats Windus through the 5-hole as the Cardinals able to convert with the power play.
Greenwich needed that goal. Greenwich needed to get the one back.
And John, it was good patience on the man advantage that time. Bagger missed that original shot off the post, slowed it down on the half wall. And then Davey, good from behind the net, walking out in front, and another hard shot that beats the goaltender down low.
Let's get the official.
Low shot on goal off the side of the net as the Rams look to attack now. Hayes lets another one go. Out of the reach of Dreyer, the rebound from Gamble, no good. Adding out in front. Tried to force one off the net and no. Turnaround, rebound, score! The pressure was way up on that shift, and it's Anton Adding. As Coach Gore changed the lines up a little bit that time.
And gets right back to a 2-goal lead. That's just keeping the pressure up. Finally Adding all by himself in front of the nets there to just sweep it in.
Gamble will pick up an assist. That'll be his 3rd point of the night.
I will say the pace has really picked up in the last 4 or 5 minutes.
We'll see if there's a secondary assist to go with it. They will say Hill taking the second shot, Gamble the first on the assist. So both Hill and Gamble, big nights. They're up to 3 points, John.
And New Canaan, again, I'm going to repeat myself, but they're doing what they want to do. They're keeping the pressure on. They're keeping the puck flying at the opposition's goalie, in this case, Dreyer for Greenwich. And they make any mistake, they're ready to pounce on.
Play ruled dead for an offside as Hart lost it at the blue line and just couldn't stop in time. Coach Gore now going to get the lines back together with Adding rejoining McMahon and Granito. And really in this second period, other than when they've been shorthanded, the Rams have controlled the pace of play, John.
Well, they really controlled the pace of play when they were shorthanded, and one of those goals came when they were down 2.
Granito working towards the slot. Out to the point and played up off the glass down to the corner. Here's Adding with it. They start the cycle. McMahon towards the front, and it's kicked aside. Nice play by Dunham to deny an opportunity out in front. Cross ice pass to Pickering. Sends one down below the goal line. Out in front, Dreyer mishandled it at first, and then able to corral with the glove. That's an unfortunate bounce there, skipping up off the stick. Almost dangerous with McMahon crashing towards the cage.
Very dangerous, and Dreyer just kind of snags it with the catcher's mitt there.
McMahon, Levine. That is Arnone back on the ice for the Rams. Haven't seen them since that shift in the first period. They surrender the goal. Dunham and Frost at the point. It's Fulton, Lawrence, and George Rubashevsky for the Cardinals. Pinballing through the neutral zone back and forth, and it slips past Morris as he retreats towards the end line. Sent out to the slot. McMahon tried to stick handle around one man. Turned over at the blue line.
The speed with which Greenwich been able to pick this up.
As it's dumped in off Levine, and Frost sends all the way around. See if it goes a length for an icing.
Sorry, Frank. The speed with which Greenwich has been able to create breakaways and opportunities, I would be very wary of getting too cute and trying to extra deke here or the behind-the-back pass. Yeah, I would really stay straightforward if I was New Canaan and just keep pressing forward, keep the pressure on.
And Chris, similar to what we've seen for the New Canaan girls the past few games, the Rams right now for the boys have got to be very careful about those turnovers at their own blue line.
Yeah, lucky for them, they haven't really come back to haunt them so far, but it's been their ability to recover and poke check the puck away and prevent those rushes that's benefited them.
4:40 remaining in the second period. As the Rams have scored 3 times to the Cardinals 1. And this one will be ruled an icing as Gamble just can't beat the puck down the ice. It was McMahon, Hill, and Adding for the Rams, with Matt Davey in between.
Yeah, and if you're Greenwich, you give up that shorthanded goal when you've got a 2-man advantage, and that's got to be psychologically a blow to the team. They get the one back, and then they give up, and then they suddenly give one back, and it's a 2-goal lead again.
I thought that Greenwich's best shift of the game was after they surrendered that shorthanded goal in the 5-on-3 situation. But then after scoring the power play goal, you could argue it was their worst shift of the game on the Adding goal.
I would agree on both counts. They turned it up when they had to, which it was curious. I wanted to see how they responded. They responded the way they had to, and then they downshifted again.
Hill's one-touch pass was just out of the reach of Gelnaw. So Webster and Hood have to retreat again. No reverse play behind the net. As Hood tries to stay on the puck in front of that Zamboni door. Out to the slot, and it handcuffed Frost. Turnaround was wide around the cage. And eagerly waiting at the blue line to play that one was Dunham. Down in the corner with 3:20 remaining. Trying to knife one through the defense that time, but couldn't connect with Gamble.
Nice job of turning it there by Akira Dunham.
Shoveled out through the neutral zone, and Grisey is going to pressure Dunham now. Down low, did a good job to avoid the forecheck and quickly breaking out of the zone before turning it over with the Cardinals, and a big hit delivered there as Frost stepped up on Grisey in the neutral zone.
Frost about twice Grisey's size and made that known.
Physical play starting to pick up with bodies bumping now through the neutral zone. Chris, you're down in between both benches. Has there been any message to either team about picking up the physical play down the stretch?
No, I haven't heard or seen anything. I think you look at it, it's the penalties themselves where the officials have regained control of this game and actually prevented the hitting from getting out of control. But for the most part, if you follow both teams really have been able to break out. It's been the poke checking that's been the difference so far in the last 3-4 minutes.
You're right, Chris. It's been the poke check. The response to the turnovers, for the most part, has been impressive. There's just those few times that it's gotten through to create a scoring opportunity, right?
And there hasn't been a lot of those opportunities, guys.
Down low, it's right in the corner as Davey collects that turnover. Out in the slot, quick wrister upstairs and a goal. It was Bogger who got that one. He found the puck off Davey's stick, and it's a 1-goal game again.
Now that's the far end of the ice from us. That looked like a backhander that forehand shot. Sorry, Frank.
The old twisted wrister right there. As we can go to the replay, John, and take a look at this one.
I do want to see this.
There's that first lost puck, Davey behind the net, and Bogger just too quick up over the glove of Windus.
And he just lifted it enough to get it in. Great shot by him. Again, we call north-south here at the Darien Ice House through a net, so sometimes it's a little tough to see the far end of the ice.
That's another turnover in the Ram zone. One-timer, tipped and score! And we're tied up at 4.
And if you're the New Canaan Rams at your Pack War, you've got to be concerned now. 2 minutes and 8 seconds, you've given up goals. Late in the period, you're letting Greenwich erase everything that you've done for the first 13, 14 minutes.
For the second period in a row, mind you.
Exactly.
I saw the shot from the point came from Santry. Did not get a look at who tipped it in front. We will wait word from Chris Kalin on the second goal.
Was in perfect position to tip it in, though. You can't buy space like that near the goal.
The first one is Bogger from Davey and Wright.
Guys, Bogger had the second goal as well.
What position he had to tip that in, Chris.
That is a strong 20-second shift right there, picking up 2 goals for the Cardinals. And we are tied at 4 now with 1:43 remaining. Puck out to the point, and that shot, Fandine. Here's Bogger again, now looking for the natural hat trick. Leaves behind, right with a wrister. Got blocked before it made its way through. Davey had that one stick checked aside. As it finds Grisey. And works its way across.
After these teams met in the girls' game, we talked about, and I said, you know, there's not supposed to be a winner and a tie, but it was New Canaan because they rallied from 2 down in the third period to tie that one 2-2. Right here, Greenwich is in that position. We're coming up on the end of 2. They've been outplayed. They've been out-pressured. They've been outshot. And they've undone all the good New Canaan's done. And we're likely going to be 4-4 going into the final period.
And you talk about 5-minute intervals. In both periods now, the Cardinals have won those final 5 minutes as this one slides through the crease to the far right corner.
And there's nothing, and regardless of the sport, when you give up a score in the final stages of a period or a quarter, if it's football, whatever, it's tremendously frustrating for the team that allowed the goal or the touchdown, whatever it is, and it's a real momentum builder going into the locker room and then coming out if you're the team that scored late.
Opportunity for the Rams now with 2 seconds and 1 on the clock, and it will end the same way we ended the first, tied between Greenwich and New Canaan. 4-4 the score, 3 goals apiece in that second period. We will have 15 minutes to find ourselves a winner. Let's take a quick break. Chris, John, and I will return and have our thoughts from that second period right after this on High School Hockey Night on the HAN Network.
Have a sports injury or slip and fall that needs immediate care? Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care gives you direct access to an orthopedic specialist fast, without an appointment. Basketball, hockey, skiing, whatever the sports injury is, sprain or fracture, Coastal Ortho Express can help. Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care, open Monday through Saturday, now in 2 locations. The iPark Building at 761 Main Avenue in Norwalk and 36 Old Kings Highway South in Darien. Or go to coastalorthoexpress.com, like them on Facebook.
Are you ready for winter? Ski and Sport has everything you need to be fully outfitted for the season. A family-owned and operated business with over 40 years of experience, Ski and Sport's 3 convenient locations in Fairfield County offer top-quality, high-fashion ski and winter wear. In addition to clothing for men, women, and children, we also offer seasonal rentals for the entire family. Stop by our stores on 1 Ethan Allen Highway in Ridgefield, 877 Post Road East in Westport, and at 110 Main Street in New Canaan. Or visit us at skiandsport.net.
I'm Kate Chaplinsky, and this is your in-game news update on the HAN Network, bringing you the latest headlines for Wednesday, January 18th, including that Norwalk police are looking for 2 armed robbery suspects. Late last Saturday morning around 11:30, Norwalk police say 2 white or light-skinned Hispanic males entered the Rainbow News and Variety at 205 Main Avenue. Both males were armed, and at least one male had a Hispanic accent. Police say they were wearing hooded sweatshirts, masks, and gloves, and one suspect was armed with a large silver-colored revolver and the other with a black semi-automatic pistol. Both suspects pointed their gun at the owner, demanding cash. Suspects ran from the scene, police say, but anyone with information is asked to contact detectives at 203-854-3192. And in other news, the arrest of a Greenwich representative town meeting officer for allegedly groping a woman in town has sparked outraged calls for his removal from office. First Selectman Peter Tessie and other government officials told the Greenwich Times Tuesday that they've received numerous emails since the January 11th arrest of Christopher von Kieserling demanding action. Von Kieserling was charged with fourth-degree sexual assault after he allegedly reached between the woman's legs from behind and pinched her in the groin area following a political argument between the two, according to police. He's due in court on that charge on January 25th. Tessie said he's received 20 emails condemning von Kieserling for his alleged actions. The Greenwich Times also reports there's no mechanism for removing a member from the RTM, a fact that came to light earlier this month when a member from District 1 was arrested for possession of child pornography. That member, Christopher Sandys, resigned from that body days after his arrest. And in other news, Darien's Planning and Zoning Commission approved the Board of Education's application for permanent field lights at Darien High School on Tuesday, moving the proposal one step closer to fruition. Youth sports advocates in town have been pushing for the lights for over a decade. The last proposal failed to earn the favor of Planning and Zoning in 2008. The Board of Education's current application was developed in cooperation with the high school's neighbors, who worked to negotiate a list of expectations with the help of Selectman Rob Richards. The project calls for the installation of 4 80-foot poles using LED light fixtures to be installed around the main stadium field. With the rapid improvement of LED lighting, those new field lights would reduce some of the spillover seen with the existing temporary field lights. The Darien Athletic Foundation has committed to paying the full cost of that lights project with a fundraising goal of $750,000 due by May 1st. There's a lot more on that story at DarienTimes.com. And finally, travelers along I-95 in snowy weather may catch sight of the state's new tow plows. The Department of Transportation recently received 2 of the plows, which swing out from the rear of a traditional plow truck, allowing for the clearing of 2 lanes at the same time. Drivers are urged to stay clear of the snowplows while on the road. The safest advice for motorists, the state says, is to give the plows plenty of space, to not attempt to pass them, and to keep in mind that the road behind the snowplows is in better condition than the road ahead. The DOT tested one of the tow plows under a pilot program last winter. But that does it for this in-game news update on the HAN Network. For the latest news, sports, and more, watch Coffee Break weekdays at 11. This update was brought to you by Carl Chevrolet. Discover a world of wellness in the heart of New Canaan. Halo Studios, New Canaan's first collaborative wellness center, offers you the freedom to choose from the best and latest health, fitness, and wellness options. Inside Halo Studios, you'll find all the wellness experts you need at places like Halo Fitness, Priority Wellness, and Sama Yoga Center. Come by for a free wellness assessment, open 7 days a week at 45 Grove Street. For more information, visit halostudios.com or call 203-594-9909.
At InSports Trumbull, the game is always on inside. Recently renovated and home to one of Connecticut's largest indoor turf fields, InSports is a multi-sport recreation center providing state-of-the-art facilities for league play, camps, and youth programs. Sign up now for InSports High School Passing League. These 7-on-7 teams formed by area high schools offer a great way for football players to stay sharp in the off-season. 3 weekly 6-week sessions will be offered from December 1st through January 5th, January 12th through February 16th, and February 23rd through March 30th. For more information, visit insportscenter.com. Like and follow us on Facebook.
Are you looking for new opportunity this year? How does growing a business with unlimited income potential sound? Christy Kinsman is a local entrepreneur building a global health and wellness business in Fairfield County. Offering cutting-edge anti-aging skincare, all botanically based and paraben-free, and a complete vegan, clean-eating nutritional plan, Christie's looking for business partners that can help get others healthier while taking advantage of an untapped market. Take that first step to freedom from the 9-to-5 grind by learning more about the products and our mentorship program. Contact Christie at thelittlehouseshop@yahoo.com.
At the Milford Bank, we offer an extensive selection of lending products and services to meet virtually any need. Submit your application online in our mortgage web center. Start to finish, you can apply for a loan in as little as 10 minutes. Our knowledgeable and helpful staff are available to meet with you at your convenience. To learn more about what we can do for you, stop by one of our Milford Bank offices or visit us at milfordbank.com. The Milford Bank, always there. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It's all about meeting goals this year, and Trinity CrossFit of Ridgefield has experienced trainers, top-of-the-line equipment, and a newly renovated space to help get you there. Offering more classes per day than any other CrossFit gyms in the area, we cater to all fitness levels. Our coaches have a combined 10 years of experience in CrossFit, and as competitors themselves, Trinity coaches can get you ready for competition in 2017. Visit our convenient location on Route 7, Danbury Road, or find out more at trinitycrossfit.com.
Want a new experience in car buying? No aggravation, no confrontation, just answers to all your questions. Scap Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Car buying the way you want it to be. With one of the largest selections of new 2- and 4-door Jeep Wranglers available, we are Connecticut's Wrangler headquarters. Located in Fairfield, Connecticut, we're easy to get to. Just 2.5 miles off the Merritt Parkway, exit 44 via Route 58 South. Save thousands right now during the Start Something New sales event, now through January 31st.
Well, there's still a bite out on the water. Most anglers have decided to stow the gear for the winter. Just because Mother Nature isn't cooperating doesn't mean you can't see the latest models of all your favorite gear. With 2 convenient locations, it couldn't be easier to get your fix of summer. Boater, beach bum, fisherman, or simply love the New England coast, this is a unique place to shop. The Dock Shop, 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport, or on the web, dockshop.com.
Hi, I'm Denise Figuergoli, host of The Drive, here every Tuesday on the HN Network. It's about how you fuel your mind, your body, your spirit that creates the life you live, with people, places, ideas, and organizations that move us forward mindfully and consciously. Tune into The Drive here on the HN Network, Tuesdays at 12:30.
I'm John Kovach. I'm a newspaper editor. I'm a high school football coach. I'm a television presenter. And I want you to love fishing as much as I do. Tune into Yankee Fisherman, Thursdays at 1 on the HAN Network. It's like going to the tackle shop without leaving your office.
I'm Frank Granito.
And I'm Donald Ing for the HAN Network.
Tune in to Nutmeg Sports Monday through Thursday, where we bring you all the top stories from Connecticut sports.
From highlights to player interviews and expert analysis, no one gets you closer to Connecticut's games than Nutmeg Sports.
Nutmeg Sports, now Monday through Thursday at 2 p.m. on the HAN Network.
If you're watching this broadcast, you're not alone. The HAN Network is available for 200,000 Connecticut cable customers on the Frontier Network. And we've also reached 1.7 million viewers on our free live streaming sports, news, and entertainment broadcasts. To reach our rapidly growing audience, contact Advertising Director Jessica Murrin at 203-273-7312 or email jessica@han.network.
Back in the dance studio of the Darien Ice House, this is high school hockey night on the HAN Network, a 4-4 tie between the Greenwich Cardinals and the New Canaan Rams after 2 periods. It was 1-1 after the first, then goals for New Canaan from McMahon and Hill on the power play, and shorthanded made it 3-1. A power play goal from Davey made it 3-2. Adding not long after that, 4-2. And then 2 goals in a span of 20 seconds from Matt Bogger left us with a 4-4 tie at the end of the second period, John.
And Bogger basically undid for New Canaan all the good they had done and elevated Greenwich for a second time. The late period score can give you momentum that you can carry into that next period. We'll see how the Cardinals come out of intermission. But I never saw when New Canaan had that sustained 2-goal lead, I thought a comeback was going to be tough. And now we're back where we started despite all of the offense New Canaan's thrown at Greenwich.
And Chris, talking about coming out of periods, the Rams have started both periods now so strong. There's a huge save there from Dreyer. And another quick start for the Rams here.
And for New Canaan, it's just the turnovers that did them in. They weren't able to recover from those last few turnovers in the last 5 minutes.
That was a sprawling save by Dreyer as Hill made his way through the slot. McMahon on possession now. Quick shot, and it was sticked aside by Dunham. Never reached the cage.
Guys, if you want an interesting stat, the shots on goal in that period were 9-7 in favor of New Canaan.
But I think it's another case where New Canaan had a larger advantage until, say, the last 3-4 minutes.
Here's Quinn Hayes behind the net, circles around and finds Granito on the wing. Looking for McMahon, but his pass too far for the intended target, and it's turned over. So shots after 2 periods now are 24-19, John. And the 9-7 is interesting because you really get that sense of there was a lot of time just spent playing in the neutral zone without either team sustaining pressure.
Right, you didn't see the sustain where New Canaan in that first period had the puck into Greenwich end for a big chunk of time. You didn't have that. You had more back and forth, but you did not have as many scoring opportunities. And if there's a name, I think, that you're going to come out and say, wow, I learned something about him tonight, it's going to be Dreyer in the Greenwich net and the pressure and the shots that he stood up to.
Big play there by Gamble as he dived to stop Santry's one-timer attempt. This one all the way back down behind the Cardinals' net. Hill went hard into the boards, and the Cardinals come away. Good job quickly leaving their own zone. Pickering stepped up through contact as a couple of bodies fly around here. Some equipment missing too now as Dreyer sticks that one up into his glove and will hold on with 12:49 remaining in the third.
2 nice saves by Dreyer on long shots. Did you have the feeling I did that was a breakaway waiting to happen by the Greenwich Cardinals before those 2 shots? I think they almost had, with a little bit more of a press, a breakaway coming toward us.
And they just missed on that breakout. You saw the one-touch passes. They wanted to find the far wing streaking, but it was just a little too far for Kevin Wright that time.
You cannot give away in the slot like that.
Turned over there in the slot. McMahon comes up with it. Goes to the backhand, back to his forehand, and was blocked off from working through the slot. As Granito grabs that one out of the air, recovers after stumbling, and will dump and allow McMahon to chase. Sent towards the front of the net, adding with it, and he'll score! An unlucky break for the Cardinals, as it went off the foot of a sliding Connor Santry. Adding picks up his second, and with 12:13 remaining in the third, the Rams have regained the lead.
Santry not shy about throwing himself down to block the shot, but adding there, and he goes top shelf over the left shoulder of Dreyer. Nothing the goalie could do about it. Chris Kalin?
Guys, it's going to be Edding from Granito.
So adding second goal of the night, first assist for Granito, his third on the season. As Davies' shot is blocked and slow to get up now. In pain in the corner is Webster as Hill head for the bench. Hill was taken down in the neutral zone, a delayed penalty coming against Bogger. Sent out in front, and the one touch missed on the left side. And the Rams will go to the power play for the second time tonight now with 11:45 remaining. And you go back to that goal, John. Santry sliding through the slot gets a piece of that pass. Dreyer was preparing for the quick shot from Adding, was already down, and the Swede had plenty of time to go top shelf.
Go ahead, Chris.
No, on that penalty, it's going to be Bogger, 2 minutes for hooking.
Thank you, Chris. As Adding, well, 2 times keeping it in the zone there. And now coming up with it is Hill. He works to his forehand. Shot to the far post. Good save from Dreyer, and Gamble collects. John.
You're taking a gamble when you block a shot like we saw there, like you saw with the John Tortorella Rangers, in that you can create a situation where your goalie is caught off guard or going the wrong way or doesn't expect you to block it. And that's exactly what you were explaining on that last goal.
Puck out in front, didn't make its way through the slot as McMahon was waiting with an open net. Morris has to retreat back to the red line to clear this one. The Rams tag up, McMahon back in. 1:05 remaining on the power play. Gamble works his way through the slot. As really New Canaan has been stuck on these left wing boards here for the majority of this power play. It's cleared again. The Rams reset. Touched in by Hill, allowing for a full change as Glover now on the forecheck. Granito comes away as they battle to his side. Out in front for Gelnaw, and now with time is Dunham as he sends this one all the way down, skipping towards Windus. Makes a confident save there. Hayes is passed just past the stretching arms of Granito, and Glover goes for an icing with 10:07 remaining and 21 on the man advantage.
That's another opportunity where I thought I saw an odd man rush possible for the Greenwich Cardinals, and instead they dumped it in, which they could do a man down without fear of icing. They opted to do that instead, but I thought, Chris, that they could have had a rush there.
They had that opportunity. Also on that icing, you saw a couple of Rams get a little bit frustrated that they couldn't complete that. They couldn't get that rush out and going.
We're going to see another icing here as Webster's pass missed his targets, and you could just see Coach Gore shaking his head on the bench right now, insisting for the full line change.
Yeah, we hadn't had many icings, and now we've had 3 in rapid succession.
So because Glover was with that second power play unit, Adding will fill the role here on the third line. Let's go back inside the glass with Chris Kalin.
Guys, and New Canaan was just trying to get the stretch pass out for those long rushes and just weren't able to connect.
A lucky break that time off the boards as it takes a fortuitous bounce on Cage and forces a faceoff from Dreyer, but third play in a row that the defense of the Rams have missed one of their wingers on the off wing.
It's like they're trying to rush a stretch pass, and they're just a stride, 2 strides, 3 strides off. But
good shot there, Grisey, and a strong save made from Dreyer.
You've got to watch the icings and the face-offs in your own zone.
Adding on the draw. This time he loses as Davey wins it back to Akira Dunham. The lone captain playing tonight, as the other 2 are out of commission right now for the Greenwich Cardinals. They are Alex Mosion and Owen Johnson. A lower body and a hand injury, missing time. Grisey in his own zone, reverses off those end boards. Just missed McMahon, who would have had a breakaway opportunity. He got his stick on that one, John.
And almost a breakaway there on the pass off the boards.
Delayed offside as the Cardinals tag up. There's McMahon with it. 3 Cardinals back, and he can't work his way through them, but Gelnaw there to help. Knocked down in front, and Pickering wins a race to keep it in the zone. McMahon with time. Now wind up, let the low slapper go, but it's deflected up and into the net by a diving Akira Dunham.
That'll keep the face-off in the Greenwich end.
8:42 remaining. The Rams with a 1-goal lead. That goal came from Anton Adding, his second here tonight. Just 2 minutes and 47 seconds into this third period. Chipped out, and here is Johnson with it. Quick shot there, and that one went off the post and sent wide. That was Graves, in transition with the opportunity. Frost. There's Pelletier and Montelli. And it swung all the way around. Shot coming, but was blocked by Gelnaw. Jumping up and grabbing that one with the left hand is Hill. Working down low. Hill towards the front of the net. He's going to draw a penalty as Dreyer made the save. It will be a high stick against the Cardinals, and the Rams back to the power play.
Nice job by Hill reaching up, grabbing that, and then feeding himself on that one-on-none that forced a penalty by the Cardinals to break up a scoring opportunity. Chris?
Guys, it's just like you called it. It's going to be high sticking for Connor Santry. 2 minutes.
7:58 remaining. And for the Cardinals, John, you come out of this now, and there are under 5 minutes. Excuse me. It'll be under 6 minutes remaining in this game where you're chasing one. That's the real tough part in killing this penalty.
It really is, because it's time that you have to worry about protecting your net and not scoring that tying goal.
Up to the point, a sliding Hayes couldn't keep the zone. As Granito plays off the wall. Now giving chase as Frost sends this one up to a waiting Webster. That was Jack that time. Davey stepped around a couple of Rams, make it a third one. Absorbed a hit. And then Bogger had it taken away. Gunnar Granito controlling now. He's taken down from behind in the neutral zone.
Nice check by Bogger on that, taking Granito off the puck.
Granito back on it again, finds Morris. Quick wrister to the far post, and he just missed connecting with Gelnaw. Hayes up at the point, lets a slapper go, and it's sticked aside. Under a minute remaining on the man advantage.
And we're again seeing
big pressure here. It's fought for, and Dreyer holds on. One of those shots looked like it might have been tipped and went off the post, too.
And we're again seeing the Greenwich penalty kill get to one side of the ice, get along the boards, and like a lonesome end for New Canaan, just hanging there with a whole half of the ice to himself, waiting for that puck to come across so he can one-time it in.
Big saves again from the sophomore Dreyer, who keeps the Cardinals in this one with 6:48 remaining. Still on the power play are the Rams. One-timer from Gamble, just missed wide. Well-designed play off the draw that time. Hill to the point. Morris had to catch it twice. The rebound on the left side. Score! It's Tyler Hill, the senior. He picks up his second of the night.
Hill sitting all alone to the goaltender's right, just waiting for that opportunity to come in the form of a pass or a rebound. He's there to slide it in. Chris. Not
Guys,
Chris.
It wasn't even that. It was a shot on goal that got deflected. I couldn't tell which player it was, whether it was a Cardinal or a Ram that it deflected off. But it kicked off just to the right of the goal, right onto Tyler Hill's stick, and he just puts it right in.
And that's just being in the right place for those opportunities, Frank.
And Hill started that play himself. You had the Gamble one-timer that went wide. Puck found its way down to the corner with Hill. He starts working from right to left behind the net, sent it out to Morris at the point, and wisely then, John, keeps working behind the net, makes his way to the far post, maybe going to get a rebound, instead collects the redirection, and is able to bury his second tonight. And it is the second power play goal for the Rams. 6:15 remaining, and now the Cardinals chasing two to the number 5 team in the state, the New Canaan Rams.
And this offense, I mean, they came into this with 32 goals in 8 games, and now you're up to 38 and 9. I mean, New Canaan is putting pucks in the net.
And the goaltending from Windus and Mooney, they've been a little sloppy lately, but they've recorded 3 shutouts already this season, so you know what they are capable of. And again, if a goalie can get hot, they really can carry you. So as long as the goals are coming, the Rams are not that worried about what's going on the other end.
Exactly.
Puck couldn't be covered in front of the net. Made its way out of the zone as Grisey sends back for Webster as he retreats with Morris behind their own net. trying to play give and go. But Kevin Wright came away with it that time before Glover found it, and up ice is now for Grisey. Grisey down the left wing boards looking for help. He's got Hart in the slot. Just couldn't control that one in his feet. Here's Ollie Fulton with it. Turned over there, and the Rams reset now with under 5 to play here in the third period. Delayed offside as Granito and Fulton battle on the right wing.
And Greenwich just got all kinds of twisted around as a unit on that blue line. Opportunity was there for a break, but they couldn't get everybody on side.
Big hit that time from J.T. Lawrence as he sent Teddy Hood into the boards. McMahon looking for Granito. It takes a bounce. Ends up in the arms of Dreyer, who freezes this one with 4:27 remaining.
Granito came away with a stick after a check on that one again. No call.
No comment. 6-4 the score.
Guys, with two-thirds of this period in the books, Greenwich has one shot on goal so far.
This was a period we started at 4-4. As Granito behind the net tried to send one out in front, but just missed Gelnaw, who's now playing the middle along with McMahon as well.
And I don't know that Greenwich being held to one shot is a factor of New Canaan's sustained pressure, because I think what it's been is New Canaan's played very good defense in their own end and broken up some rushes and kept some shots off of Windus. It's not like they've dominated down the far end of the ice. They just haven't allowed the shots to develop down here, and a lot of neutral zone cutoffs.
Here's Gamble letting a wrist shot go that sailed over the cage. Behind the net, Nick Pelletier Montelli. Working up through the ice is Wright. Hands over for Bagger. Davey on it now. All the way around the net in the wraparound, kicked aside by Windus. There was a window there, but a good job by the senior, denying the opportunity. And now Gamble in a race with Dunham for a breakaway. Tried to send it over, looking for Adding, but it was denied. Good hustle there from Akira Dunham to deny an odd man rush.
You think he carried it a little too deep? He probably could have crossed that over to his support earlier.
Well, it looked as though Gamble was never on possession. You could see he and Dunham jostling for that puck as it just continued to skip closer and closer to the crease with Dreyer. Cross ice pass. Lawrence let the wrister go, but it was well wide on the right side. Taken away by Quinn Hayes behind the net. Forwards this one along as he and Morris play catch. Graves centering pass. Denied that time by Glover. Good job from the center in his own defensive zone. That time kicked aside. The Cardinals turning up the pressure now.
And this is about the time in the first two periods that we saw Greenwich all of a sudden flip the ice, turn on the pressure, and put one in the first and two in the second into the New Canaan net. Do they have that left in them one more time?
2:10 remaining. Reinhart wisely dumping in that time, and fresh legs on the ice for the Rams. McMahon chips down low and shakes through a check. Centered out in front, an Adding shot. Didn't make it on goal with under 2 to play. Keep an eye on Dreyer. It won't matter as this one is tipped and a goal. Going to say keep an eye on Dreyer if the Cardinals are able to exit the zone, but the shot from Teddy Hood at the point was redirected. We'll see if it was a Ram stick or off a Cardinal, but the lead now is 3 with 1:54 remaining.
Had a really funny spin, so I'm thinking there's a redirect, and I couldn't tell if it spun or rolled in, but it really had an odd motion to it as it went in. Chris?
Hey, guys, it's going to be Gunnar Granito with the goal from Teddy Hood and Harry Gelnaw.
Thank you, Chris. And you saw that there. That shot that was up around waist height gets knocked down, maybe on its end, and just skipped through the 5-hole there. Good hand-eye coordination from the sophomore as he picks up his second goal of the season here. with the Rams now leading by 3 and 90 seconds remaining in this one.
A lot of multiple point nights on that Rams score sheet.
Ornito's pass out to Gelna on the slot couldn't be converted on as he just missed wide off the left post. Good hands that time from Nick Wright, who works his way through the slot. Opportunity here as Gelna sends one up ice. Granito's got someone chasing him there. And now he slides into the boards, taking a hard hit. Able to get back up. Good job coming off the bench by Ollie Fulton to deny the breakaway with the empty net. Puck in the slot. Quick shot. Windus a save. 6 skaters on for the Cardinals, and that one's off the side of the net. Bogger with it. Opportunity denied. As Levin can't clear the zone. Nick Wright now controls. Sent one through the slot. As Morris sticked it to safety. 30 seconds remaining. Davey tried to center, but Morris blocked the opportunity. Chip behind the net as Hood takes a check from Bogger. This one skips out through the neutral zone, and Levin trying to win a race with the empty net waiting. 15 seconds remain. Shot sent wide as Morris goes behind the net. So over to the left side, and that was Walker Kerr who played it up. Windus will have to make one more save as the clock strikes 0, and the Rams able to tack on 3 in the third and hold on in this one. The final score 7-4. Let's step aside. We will be right back with the final breakdown on high school hockey night right here on the HAN Network.
Are you ready for winter? Ski and Sport has everything you need to be fully outfitted for the season. A family-owned and operated business with over 40 years of experience, Ski and Sport's 3 convenient locations in Fairfield County offer top-quality, high-fashion ski and winter wear. In addition to clothing for men, women, and children, we also offer seasonal rentals for the entire family. Stop by our stores on 1 Ethan Allen Highway in Ridgefield, 877 Post Road East in Westport, and at 110 Main Street in New Canaan, or visit us at skiandsport.net.
Have a sports injury or slip and fall that needs immediate care? Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care gives you direct access to an orthopedic specialist fast, without an appointment. Basketball, hockey, skiing, whatever the sports injury is, sprain or fracture, Coastal Ortho Express can help. Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care open Monday through Saturday, now in 2 locations. The iPark building at 761 Main Avenue in Norwalk and 36 Old Kings Highway South in Darien. Or go to coastalorthoexpress.com, like them on Facebook.
At InSports Trumbull, the game is always on inside. Recently renovated and home to one of Connecticut's largest indoor turf fields, InSports is a multi-sport recreation center providing state-of-the-art facilities for league play, camps, and youth programs. Sign up now for InSports High School Passing League. These 7-on-7 teams formed by area high schools offer a great way for football players to stay sharp in the off-season. 3 weekly 6-week sessions will be offered from December 1st through January 5th, January 12th through February 16th, and February 23rd through March 30th. For more information, visit insportscenter.com. Like and follow us on Facebook.
Discover a world of wellness in the heart of New Canaan. Halo Studios, New Canaan's first collaborative wellness center, offers you the freedom to choose from the best and latest health, fitness, and wellness options. Inside Halo Studios, you'll find all the wellness experts you need at places like Halo Fitness, Priority Wellness, and Sama Yoga Center. Come by for a free wellness assessment, open 7 days a week at 45 Grove Street. For more information, visit halostudios.com or call 203-594-9909.
At the Milford Bank, we offer an extensive selection of lending products and services to meet virtually any need. Submit your application online in our mortgage web center. Start to finish, you can apply for a loan in as little as 10 minutes. Our knowledgeable and helpful staff are available to meet with you at your convenience. To learn more about what we can do for you, stop by one of our Milford Bank offices or visit us at milfordbank.com. The Milford Bank, always there. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Want a new experience in car buying? No aggravation, no confrontation, just answers to all your questions. Scap Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Car buying the way you want it to be. With one of the largest selections of new 2- and 4-door Jeep Wranglers available, we are Connecticut's Wrangler headquarters. Located in Fairfield, Connecticut, we're easy to get to. Just 2.5 miles off the Merritt Parkway, exit 44 via Route 58 South. Save thousands right now during the Start Something New sales event, now through January 31st.
Well, there's still a bite out on the water. Most anglers have decided to stow the gear for the winter. Just because Mother Nature isn't cooperating doesn't mean you can't see the latest models of all your favorite gear. With 2 convenient locations, it couldn't be easier to get your fix of summer. Boater, beach bum, fisherman, or simply love the New England coast, this is a unique place to shop. The Dock Shop, 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport, or on the web, dockshop.com.
Back on the HAN network, and we go now down with Chris Kalin, who is joined with our player of the game, number 17 for the Rams, Anton Adding. Chris, take it away.
Thanks, guys. Anton, you guys had a rough, had an easy going for the first few minutes of that first period. Greenwich came back late and scored that tying goal. What was your guys' mindset going into the second period?
We wanted to win the second period. Like we gave up goals that was too easy, and we just wanted to win.
Now, coming out in the second period, both teams combined, you guys had 15 shots between you. You guys had 9, but there was still a lot of goals scored.
Yeah.
As going through that period, was there any level of frustration that you had so many shot opportunities and you didn't have any in the second period?
Yeah, obviously you want to score every shot, but like you just get the shots and the goal's gonna come.
Take us through that last goal you scored. How easy was that opportunity for you?
All right, so Gunner gave me a really good pass from the corner, and I just looked at the top right and I found it, so that was good.
How does it feel for you guys to knock over the defending county champs?
What was that?
How does it feel to knock over the defending champs for the FCI?
Really good. We know this. They're a good team, but we beat them, and that's good.
Congratulations on a great game. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Guys, that's Anton Eddie. Back to you.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Anton. Good hockey accent there, John.
I'll tell you what, he gets it though, and his game shows. He really plays. He plays at a great pace, I think.
Very smart. Sees the ice extremely well, and he makes his line mates better with him. It's a good win for the Rams. They're going to go back, and they have a lot of work to fix heading into 2 tough matchups now with Fairfield and Ridgefield. But again, if you're scoring 7 goals a game, you should win every night in the FCAC.
Well, that's it, and they're piling up the goals that even if they do give up a few, they can survive it, and that's what's been a big difference for them this year.
Always fun when rivals meet on high school hockey night. Again, the final score in this one, New Canaan 7 and Greenwich 4. We are back tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. for your coffee break with Kate Chaplensky. John, we got the Yankee Fishermen at 1 o'clock. What can we expect?
We are going to talk to the president of the Connecticut Fly Fishermen's Association about their upcoming expo and banquet, which is celebrating their 50th anniversary.
Should be a lot of fun. Nutmeg Sports at 2 o'clock to preview tomorrow night's game of the week. Undefeated Ward at Undefeated Wilton and Boys Hoops. Pre-game starts at 6:30. We'll see you tomorrow right here on the HAN Network.